Marbella is a fusion of bossa, samba, salsa, flamenco, pop.
Hoje diz que sim, amanhã já diz que não. De tanto mentir pra ti mesma já te perdeu.
Basically, when I made the decision that I wanted to do music for real, I needed to get a band. So I went on Craigslist and I searched for bandmates. And I put Brazilian, bossa nova, samba as filters. And then Antonio's ad came up. And one of his influences were samba, bossa nova, so I felt like, okay, good, perfect.
A friend put it very well. We're like on Bluetooth. We're connecting in a very unique way. It's very magical. The concept of Marbella is to do a mixture of all the things that Caro and I liked.
Antonio brought in the flamenco and the salsa, and I brought in the samba and the bossa nova, and we complemented each other, and we made this hybrid of sounds that it's Marbella.
It was also the concept of making interesting music that musicians would like, but at the same time make it pop enough that is easy to digest and you don't have to get too much into the harmonies and things like that, to just sit back and enjoy it.
So after playing around town, people started coming out to our shows, and after every show they would come, so where do I get your music? Do you guys have a CD? Blah, blah, blah. And we're like, no. But we had 2 handful of songs, and we were like, okay, let's do this. The next step was to get a producer. So we got recommended to Alberto Lopez, who was perfect for it. You know, he's a world-traveled human being. He speaks many languages. He speaks French, Spanish, Portuguese, English. He's Colombian, but he lives here. And so he's very cultured, and he's very aware of all the different influences that we had.
There are many things I liked about Marbella. This is real. It's really played on real instruments. There's no programming, there's no synthesizers, no nothing, just musicians and singers doing their thing.
He definitely was able to get the right sound out of Marbella. You know, I feel like he had an idea of what we were before we even did, because we were just playing for the love of it. You know, we're just having fun.
It's truly a Pan-American sound. I think that's the main thing. I mean, Marbella is a Brazilian influenced project with a Spanish name. It really brings together the flamenco, the Brazilian music, the Caribbean music, and a hint of American pop in a really nice way without each ingredient stepping on each other.
We started playing and people seemed to like it, so we kept on going, and we ended up creating this identity of ours that it was totally unplanned, but it worked.
It's something that really doesn't sound like anybody else. It has its own sound, and that is Marbella.
The eclectic nature of Marbella takes you away to all the influences that we've had when we were writing those songs, to all the places, you know, like Spain, Cuba, Brazil.
It's a project that has legs. Volta ao Mundo means around the world in Portuguese. It transcends borders. It's music that people in English and Spanish and Portuguese and just in other languages too can relate to and could really sit down and listen and have fun to.
And it just ended with a beautiful CD that now is ready to go around the world.
Se eu pudesse eu daria a volta pelo mundo e me largava por aí a viajar até me encontrar.
So music saved me from myself. You know, I was in a place where I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't know who I was, and somehow I was able to see the light at the end of the tunnel through music. What I really want to do as an artist, I just want to be able to share that with people that might be in that need too, where I was one day. You know, I believe that music, it's one of the greatest weapons that one can have. It breaks in the hardest hearts and to the saddest souls, and, you know, just makes things better. Whoever is willing to let music come in and do the changes, music will.